just blink away from the damage deal. Okay, so we have Pasha on Razor, we have Roger as a 4 CK, and no one. First intuition is that he's coming to your lane.
I'd like to say the VP are definitely the much more talented team at the moment, but I mean, you got guys on RNG that are no stranger to tier 1 competition. That's for sure.
You're saying there's new players on this team, right? Flyby's their new offlaner?
Flyby's their new offlaner, and then they got Lanham instead of September. So, Flyby's roamed over mid for a second, and they actually look over at Roger, because Afu's coming over. They've got the Iron Shell right on top, the bottle used. Roger throws the stun out, steals the bounty rune, and...
Oh, he tried to dodge. That would have been sick.
Reality Rift trying to get in front, but now Roger is in a whole heaping of trouble with the Iron Shell. On top of him, he goes towards the shrine, and after...
Blood. Even they didn't realize it was, well, I'm sure they did, but...
Send Ramsey's bottom to go after Flyby with Roger here. Blade Fury, a couple more shots. Flyby trying to navigate these trees, but navigates back into the sword of
team in terms of individual skill, because I really do think that VP didn't get the lanes right, and if they're getting any kills in these lanes or making any plays in these lanes,
they're gonna try.
Man.
They went for Monet for a moment, but getting under the tower, that is a problem. But the Impel comes out after the spin. They've got the open wounds out on Ramses. Looking for the kill. Roger trying to get in front once again. The Illuminate is used, and Monet will take the life of Ramses.
Yeah, Queen of Pain has 21 denies.
29 and 21, yeah. But they have the disruption. Spike Carapace, is it going to be enough? They don't get the stun off the Impus rune.
This would be a decent time because he's going back to base. That's kind of like when it comes to rotations in general. I would prefer to make rotations based on what's going on in your lane.
Both the static length and the 2-second stun on the Afu.
A lot of damage with that Max Shadow Strike. I've kind of felt like people should go for this build for quite some time. Shadow Strike plus Screen Punch does so much damage, as we can see her on mid lane. Forces a rotation.
No one trying to run away. You get the rotation out, the Impel comes through. 3-second stun though. Oh wow!
Oh my god! And then he levels up the grave with the kill. Oh, and saves himself with a heal. That is. But Afu is here. He is vendetted with an Iron Shell on him. Queen of Pain is here too. This looks really bad for VP.
Yeah, they're going on to Monet, and they'll also use the ult on Roger. They move forward, trying to get this kill onto the Razor, and Pasha running away, but Sonic Wave comes through. They get themselves at least one. They look over Roger. That's going to be a second. As he finally ticked out. I didn't want to Caster's Curse it up right there. Somehow he runs away, but the Impale comes up short of Solo, and they don't exactly...
It's going for him.
Yeah.
The ball's on.
Wow, I didn't think he was going to go on that, as Ramses is now here, and he's got Omni Slash. Setsu doesn't have Blink for another 4 seconds. Oh, Scream. Dagger.
Ramses absolutely nothing to deal with the Juggernaut.
Oh, but Ramses again. There's the Will-O-Wisp, as well as the wall getting placed down by Flyby. Quick little kill there onto the Jug.
Either of these two heroes, let alone both of them.
Coming around to try and get a kill. Spike Carapace gets used. Roger holding the stun, waiting for the Spike Carapace to run. The Impale is going to be thrown over at no one. And then Afu will end up falling. But
in terms of their farm, they really do need to start getting some towers. And not just allowing people to defend them with a few heroes.
Vendetta used here by Afu. The Centurion is going to be placed down by Solo's got the disruption. And now they'll try and get the kill. Turnaround here for RNG. The 2-second stun comes through as well as the ulti by Roger. And they rip through Afu. Flyby dies as well. Solo keeps his life. Nobody... Oh, never mind. I was going to say nobody died, but the Sonic Wave comes out.
VP, it's just the Chaos Knight. And you can even blink dodge the stun, so... Speaking of Chaos Knight, Roger's caught out.
Stunned up. Flyby coming over, and... Oh,
he doesn't
have the damage.
He used the vacuum. Maybe that was communicated by somebody on his team. Just, oh, get out, this guy's no vacuum. Maybe it's
Spike Carapace comes through. Stuns up Pasha, but they've got the disruption still on Setsu. The two-man stun from Afu, that's going to help keep Setsu alive. But now Afu's on the run with the poison touch on him, and you look how hard they right-click. They're in a little bit of trouble, but nicely done by Lanham to make sure that they are able to get Afu out and actually even turn this looking for Solo. He's just got to find the impale. He winds up 3 times, never throws it, and then thinks, I need to get out of here.
This is good for VP because they have well, killing him. That's obviously great. Pubs recently, you should be worried because, boy, the Radiance lifesteal has looked great. Did I hear a shadow?
Oh god, Setsu trying to get out of this one. They've got the Spike Carapace. That's going to lock in Solo for a moment, but you don't have any follow-up here. Afu's ready to throw a stun, but where's the rest of the team? Solo places a deep ward that I believe immediately gets pinged out there. Solo disruption, but still nobody coming over to help out this man. He's just making his team space, and they throw the vac
to the top lane on Setsu because he knows that he can play the dead lane right now. He's safe. Any other hero up here?
Oh, Omni Slash. Monet doesn't die from that. Now they look over at Flyby. They do have Reality Rift as well as a stun to throw at this Darkseer who will drop down the wall. Phantasm gets used with the Impale as well as the Will-O-Wisp, but they've got the Blade Fury for now. Trying to take out the Will-O-Wisp. Won't be able to do so just yet. And finally one more shot comes through, but Ram's going to be chased by Monet as well. Setsu coming in. The Blinding Light's going to be thrown out by Lanham. They'll get themselves at least one towards the side. Roger and Solo, they'll run away as I believe the Impale back over towards the Dazzle. They're trying to get themselves at least another kill. Spike Carapace immediately onto Pasha. Monet starting to right click away. Flyby goes down Solo off screen as they throw the dagger out here to Pasha. Lanham taking a lot of damage. You can't just stick in there and fight this Razor. They'll end up getting the kill, and now they'll look for even more. The Yules comes in with the Impale to follow it up, and no one has got the shallow grave, but how much is that going to be worth? And it looks like it's worth nothing. Just some time.
Page there.
And then I take a look at Ramses, who is second to the net worth. He's got this battle fury, but lagging terribly behind Monet, which is a little bit of a surprise. Carapace again to stun up Solo, and that is an easy pick-off for RNG. You can set up that niche just like that. Now they go back for Pasha as well.
751 movement speed.
The vacuum into the wall, nicely done on 3 of these heroes, and now they're going to move for 4. Blade Fury is going to be used here by the Jug. Ramsey's trying to get away, but there go those trees. That opens up a lot of space here for RNG to get some work done. Sonic Wave comes through, they get the kill on one. Now they look over at Pasha. That's going to be a 3rd there for RNG. That was, again, just to put on the CK and the Shadow Demon, it feels like, in terms of getting that lockdown. It has to be precise.
Yeah, for sure. Especially because
oh my god, Afu, every single time with the Spike Carapace, he just comes in and they'll get an easy kill on a Pasha.
It's got a -2 on Afu, so he's going to scale very nice.
They're just continuing to move forward. RNG not taking their foot off the pedal. They're going to look for more and see what they can do, and they look over for Solo. Moons comes out, Solo getting low, but here's the rest of the team, and they'll stop the TP. I think that was like right at the last moment they were able to stop that TP because they saw just Monet and thought about coming in, but when you see the rest
Lifestealer building into a Lincoln Sphere too to deal with that Razor counter.
Oh, Ramses, you gotta be careful. There's a Spike Carapace. Battle Fury is your demise. And Setsu. He doesn't have any kills, but he's got 13 assists.
Yeah, and
he's been involved in 13 of the 18. Then I look over at the CK. Here comes Afu once again. Spike Carapace comes out. The Impale lands. And it's just going to be another easy kill here for the side of RNG. Stun me up, but I don't care. I've got Setsu to finish you off.
He just knows like the cheeky plays that VP's going to make when they're behind. He knows that Jug's going to be farming this jungle. He knows that Chaos Knight is going to go for the rune.
As well as the wall. They've got the Will-O-Wisp on top of that. Solar comes through. They've got the Yules on Pasha. Used by...
Yeah, that was a good place for VP to fight, and you could kind of tell that they...
Oh my god, it's every time. The Spike Carapace into the Impale. They might think about going. They don't have Vacuum Wall or the Will-O-Wisp, so they need to be careful. The Blink Dagger is going to be picked up here by the Nyx, but the Overwhelm comes down. The Yules is going to be used again.
Knocks back. It's got that little bit of extra utility, because, of course, if you're getting knocked back, you are disabled for that duration. And, you know, you can use it
again. Oh my god, Sonic Wave in 4 seconds. They'll get the stun with the Impale, and then 1 second more. Throw it out, and they get the easy kill. Setsu with another one. This happened last time.
That sounds like him. He would be who dies a lot. He usually just doesn't die without purpose. That's the thing. So it's usually like if he dies, it's because he's the player that's dedicated to making space at that point, but he's taking the space in this game and dying because RNG is just setting really nice games on him. And he's going for the sheep stick next on Setsu, so lots of disable coming out for the Juggernaut. Even after he gets a little bit more effective HP and doesn't die in the next combo, they're gonna have that disable.
Misses. Disgusting.
Yeah, that helps him get these pickups. That is something that super, you know, as casters we see everybody doing, but they kind of do as well because the wards have been good.
Go for flyby, but the blinding wall, I think that was as the vacuum came in, so they did touch the wall for a moment. Flyby ends up dying. The BKB is going to be popped by Pasha. Setsu is going to go in. Monet, he starts to run back, and the Illuminate comes through, but it's not really going to do much of anything. And we'll see if we're able to get the kill on a Monet, who will now turn it with the link that's being popped. The disruption comes out. Setsu was thinking about going in, trying to get a scream as well as the dagger off, but Shallow Grave will be there. The Omni Slash comes through, but it's not going to be enough to get the kill on Apu just yet. Finally, with the Blade here, they'll get themselves a second, but they lose themselves. Pasha, the open wounds on the Roger, who's trying to run with the Reality Rift coming through on a Setsu. 2 second stun. 2 minutes would be way too much on the Setsu as he finally blinks away. Roger continuing to be on the run, but Setsu coming through the armlet toggle and a 2-second stun again. The Sonic Wave finally thrown. That's going to be a second here for RNG. Meanwhile, Ramses gets the kill on the Latum. So 2 for 3, but this is looking like Dazzle's ever. Oh, Apu missing the stun. It's not going to matter, but it seemed like, you know, for the game he's having, one mistake will give.
He was, you know, relatively on his own. Just not much you can do to a lifestealer who's this farm with an Aegis.
Oh my god, again. Apu always knows. Yules comes out, Ramses comes over. He throws down the healing ward, the Illuminate comes in, and now, let's see what they're able to do. VP looking for a response to Reality with 3-second stun. That's going to be on the Apu. We'll try and get away with Wave here on top of him. Monet comes through, and Apu's not dead yet with the Vacuum Wall coming in, as well as the Impale as well, and the Sonic Wave! That hit everybody! Literally everybody. They get 3 kills immediately. Juggernaut uses the Omni Slash, but it's not going to matter. They get 4. And this is going to be a full team wipe in the favor of Orange. They buyback on no one, but it's not going to matter. What is the buyback even for?
There's like 1 or 2 times I've seen VP lose it like this. Not been in the group
comes
stages.
The Hex. Solo. He'll get run down by RNG. RNG are invading this base, and they just don't care.
That's a dieback.
Yeah.
They lost.
That's 2 diebacks. No one's not going to be able to make it out of this. The Reality Rift comes through again. We'll see what Pasha's able to do. And no one actually surviving for a moment, but he ends up falling. That's going to be 90 seconds on the sideline with the BKB being popped by Pasha. Aegis gets reclaimed. Monet continuing to move on forward. Roger and a lot of trouble, and GG's going to be called. 33 minutes. RNG win the game. I don't know if anybody expected this.
I definitely didn't. I want to put this all back to, like, I really think that VP picked a good draft to win the lanes, but they didn't get the right lane matchups.